Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Yoshi's girlfriend just came today to demote us in ranked. Let's see how to punish her. That is her heat engager -6 on block. Can take side step left to that. That is while standing 13 frames heat engager -13 on block. A heat engager from back turn. Second is high. A heat engager in her stance that is -9 on block. First hit is high, but hard to duck that. A heat move -5 on block with weak tracking. And a -9 on block launcher. With pushback, weak tracking on one side. That move looks stylish. +5 on block, not a launcher. And weak in tracking. That heat move is in her stance. That is -14 on block. Weak on one side. She got mid-heat smash that is +3 on block. Now to the basic moves. That sequence ends with -11 on block. Can interrupt with jabs. Cannot take side. Or can use crusher. Another variation ends with a mid -9 on block. Cannot interrupt that, but can crush that ha-ha-ha. Can take side step on last hit. Another variation ends with +3 on block. Can interrupt that, and take side step, and yes, can crush that too. -12 on block, and yes, can duck launch too. Another variation is -14 on block. That long chain ends at -12. Can duck at third hit. That is a homing move, both hits are high. That is high move after that she turns her back with -3 frames. Cannot duck second, it's jail. And when you duck, this is the best option to punish. Another high move. Another high to high move. That move ends with a -14 on block to crouch. Can take side step. And the second hit is -10 on block. That is mid to high counter hit launcher. That is -14 on block. Tracks on one side. That is mid to low, most people use that. Low is launch punishable. When she cancels the second hit, she is at -13. This move she will use for plus frames. It tracks on one side. Left side is her weak side. That is -13 on block. Second and third hit is -12 on block. That ends with -13. That is low to high, you can duck still on hitting low. Low moves is -14 on block. A low move -14 on block. That crusher looks insane, witchcraft. Tracks on one side. -13 on block. Does more damage if you interrupt that black magic. -8 on block. Can interrupt with a launcher. Does not track. This is just like Yoshimitsu. Can interrupt with while standing 3-2. Can parry or can sidestep to launch. But that needs perfect timing. A -12 low. -9 on block counter hit launcher. Tracks on one side. -20 on block, but with a pushback. Can punish that with QCF1. Noobs like Iconic can punish with forward 2. First hit is -10 on block. Another launch punishable but with a pushback. Here Death Fist will work great, or easy is to use forward 2. -7 on block, does not track. Unblockable. Can interrupt that. Or can use side walk. She needs to be super close to hit that. This move is insane. Have to use right tracking mids to catch that. -17 on block. Launch punishable low. This move is hard to sidestep. And also hard to interrupt. A mid that is -14 on block. Weak on one side. -13 on block. Does not track. -8 on block. Hard to sidestep. Launch punishable low. This move is -14 and +14 on block at the same time. Can sidestep. Another variation where she goes to other side. Can interrupt that to combo. -12 on block and no tracking. -17 on block. First hit is -16 on block. She has a 14-frame launcher, and that is also launch punishable on block. And tracks on one side. That is -13 on block. -12 on block. Hard to sidestep. -9 on block. Cannot sidestep. Can jump to punish, that's funny. +7 on block, high move. Running 3+3 on block and no tracking. 12 frame while standing move, -12 on block. She can punish better, -12 moves. -13 on block. Also -13 on block. While crouching move, -12 on block. Does not track. Side step move that is -12 on block. Side step low move -37 on block. From back turn to -9 on block move. Can side step. Another is high can duck. A high crusher. Most of her back turn moves you can side step left. But she got a high homing there too. This move you can also side step left. -13 on block can side step that too. A -13 low move. This low is tricky, -14 on block. Cannot side step left to that. Can use shoulder. And when this happens, she at -25. Now her Katten stance. This is for plus frames, can side step that. This is launch punishable. And tracks on one side. A low to high. Low is -16 on block. A high unblockable. Can you side step to that? Now her Setsunagake stance. Those are the same moves we discussed at start with 4 variations. This is -9 on block. And tracks on the other side. A counter hit low launcher. Launch punishable on block. Can side step. That is -13 on block. A -14. This grab will be escaped by pressing 1. And this by pressing 1+2. This by pressing 2. She got a parry to unblockable move. You can interrupt that to a combo. So that's for today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.